Hello everyone, Dokiller here, and welcome to another Minecraft dog mod video. Today we are in Minecraft 1.12.2 with the dog mod update 58.1. And today we will finally be doing another installation in a series that I have not done in a very long time, and that is TARDIS Tour. So this is a fan-submitted TARDIS that was custom built in Minecraft with a dog mod, and I can't wait to show this off. So as I said, this TARDIS is in 1.12.2 with the dog mod update 58.1, and the dog mod is the only other mod that is necessary for this TARDIS. Alright, going into first person here, as you can see we have the two builders of our TARDIS set up here. The first builder is Gallifrey14 is his in-game username, and the other one is JWBstuhr. So these two guys have built this TARDIS that we will be touring today. And we have the TARDIS right ahead, so let's open up the doors and get inside. Alright, so when we first enter, we find ourselves in this little corridor. We have a lot of the brown blocks here. I think this is the dark oak wood that's being used as a theme. It kind of looks nice with the hexagons on the wall. But if we turn to the left and head straight, we'll notice we have this area with roundels, this tripwire. So if we walk over that, it will open up these doors, and that will reveal the TARDIS Council. So let's step in here, and immediately we are welcomed by this gigantic council room, and it just looks awesome. So this place is amazing. This is huge, and we've even got sculptures in here. Look at this. We got this giant kind of golem-looking guy. Just looks awesome. But if we follow this carpet over here, this will guide us to the primary council. So I just love this theme. It's a very wooden theme. It's laid on the roundels. It's very heavy on a lot of the vanilla Minecraft elements, which is nice. And of course, it does incorporate the dog mod in there. So I love the way it looks. It's almost got something like an 8th Doctor feel to it. But it looks great. So if we step up here, we find ourselves on the council, which is in the center of the room. I absolutely love the design for this. So we've got almost like a classic theme, just because of the fact that there's no platform or anything. The newer series always kind of had multiple levels or whatever, but when we come in here, we've almost got a modern design with kind of the 12th Doctor or 11th, 12th Doctor kind of inspiration with the lights up there, and then just the way the platform looks. And if we look down below, we actually have a secondary council room down there that we can see. We'll be getting to that in a little bit. But if we just look around, I love the incorporation of the Hartnell rotor with the beacon here. If you want me to like your TARDIS, just go ahead and throw one of those Hartnell rotors in there, and boom, I will like it. So, but anyway, this does look great. We got a lot of the designs on here, and we've even got a jukebox on the main control panel here. So that on the console, so that is great. I love jukeboxes too, but so that is awesome. We've got a little bit of things on the outside. Nice little enchanting table, the Dalek radio. Still not sure what that does. Chalkboards around here. We got a safe. So we got a lot of stuff, and that's just the council. But we are nowhere near done with the council room yet. So let's continue. Right here, we have got this gigantic statue or sculpture of a dragon, which just looks awesome. I love the way that this is built. I just want to point it out. You've even got the little tail that wraps around the base here. He's kind of perched on the end. I love that design. So this is a huge council room, so huge. You've even got these giant statues in here. Alright, so we are going to start over on this side and work our way around and explore some of the different things that were built into this council room. So I love the kind of the way this is set up here. So we've got this area that sinks into the back towards those those lights. You could almost think of this as something of a gigantic roundel, but either way, it adds a lot of depth into this interior, and it's just a really nice bit of detail. Moving on down, we've of course got our TARDIS display set up there nicely, and here we have even got a piano set up. So if we want to play the piano, we can sit here. Got a note block in the center. I love this design. It's like a nice wooden piano, and we've even got a grandfather clock. And I mean, look at that. They've even got some gold leggings and boots set up there and an armor stand, just to kind of add the pendulum feel in the center of the grandfather clock. It looks great. It's great attention to detail. And over here we have something that is unique. I've not seen this before. You got this little platform to step up on, but we've got another one of those kind of giant roundel things, but instead of the redstone lights, we have the untempered schism put in here so that we can actually see into the time vortex, which looks awesome. That's a really cool detail, to be able to see the time vortex from one spot in the TARDIS. That's awesome. Alright, so continuing down here, we have got a little bit of a nice little setup here, kind of a nature area or a sanctuary. So we've just got a bit of the overworld here with the grass, the trees and everything, and we've even got a little bit of a classic area. If you look, we got the classic grass and a classic tree here. So kind of a blend of a couple different areas, and over here we even have a taiga biome. So it's like taking a little bit of Minecraft with you in the TARDIS, a little piece of home to remind you of that. Got a little lake here, and I love the transition of the theme just over to the Gallifreyan blocks. And just this incorporation of the little bit of white on the outside with the concrete is just a nice tiny little detail. So some excellent building designs going into this, and we still keep the dark oak theme in between, but we just switch the aesthetic over to the Gallifrey blocks. So I just love this little corner. It's like a little place you can come and relax and just enjoy nature a little bit. If we move over here, we've got a little bit of a chalkboard area that we can write some equations on, you know, do some math. Got a lot of bookshelves around the outside. And heading over here, we've got a hallway that leads out of the council room. And up in this corner, we've got another nice little area of bookshelves, a little library. I love the incorporation of the Fourth Doctor secondary council stuff in with the bookshelves. That just looks really nice. That frames it really well. We got a little bit of a table here, some chairs to sit on. You can grab a book, read it, enjoy it. Sit down by the fireplace right here. We've even got that coal block right by the bars there for the fire grate. That looks awesome. So just a lot of little details in here that are really nice. We've got a door that leads out to some hallways out there, and we can continue around. So this entire area off to the side, we've got a nice little lantern. We've got some controls on the side. We've got the Quinotus monitor from Shada that's been put on the wall. So another monitor, which looks great. A lot of detail. Just incorporating the item frames with an item along with the buttons. So that's actually a stone button down there, but we have an item frame put on the block as well. So a lot of nice details there. Got a bit of a brazier over there. Is that what it's called, I think? And yeah, just continuing with these themes until we reach this end. And this is a lot of tables set up. Got some flower pots to represent cups, because this area is something of a bar. So if we walk over here, we've got the bar that we can go back behind. The bartender can stand here. You got brewing stands even for making stuff. We got some chests to hold things. So this is actually like a bar in the TARDIS, or almost like a, I don't know if you want to say it's a bar or a pub or just a cafeteria or something like that, but a restaurant, you know. But it's got that theme here. So if you got a bunch of friends, you can get together, have a little party in here. Just looks really cool. So that's what's off in this corner. We've even got some Gallifrey trees here with the Gallifrey leaves. So just some tiny little trees that grew up on the side. So that's a nice little theme. And that brings us back to the door where we started. Alright, so that is the lower level of the council room. And let us go ahead and head up into the upper area that you can see along the outside. So if we head back here into these corridors, we have a staircase that will take us up and lead us into the upper section. So let's start looking around here. So again, we have these kind of roundel-like things in the side here, just adding that depth. A little bit of a different aesthetic though once we get up to the top. Or same aesthetic, just a little bit of a different detail. So it changes up a little bit, which is pretty nice. And if we just head around here, we can just have a nice look over at the council room. We can see it from above. You can see how nice that looks, kind of that frame around the center council and everything. But gigantic council room, and it just looks awesome. We've got a nice little couch here with snow blocks. I like that. And back in here, we have got a lot of bookshelves and everything. And then we have got a spiral staircase that takes us down. And that'll lead us to this lower level. So the balcony kind of comes down a step over here, and we can continue. So a lot of gigantic bookshelves over here. I love the outline for that. So This person obviously loves books. So do I. You got just about every book you could ever want in here, which is awesome. Got a lot of tables that line the outside. I love this detail, so I didn't even know you could do this. So we've just got the string here, and placed on top of that, we have these carpet blocks, and that just makes a nice table without having to have like a fence or block or anything else like that get in the way. So that looks really nice. Tiny little detail. I love also the anvils on the outside. That adds like a very unique kind of look to this place. Just incorporating the anvils with the wall blocks and everything. So that looks great. We've got more chairs, little tables and everything. And even, you know, little details like in the corner here, you got the water that comes down behind the glass, which looks awesome. So a lot of attention to detail. You can tell a lot of time went into building this, and it looks great. Even the checkerboard pattern on the floors just looks awesome. It all combines to have this very nice feel to it with the wood and everything. It just looks great. So we continue over here. A lot of books, a lot of bookshelves, and a lot of tables and everything. This is almost kind of like a library along this entire outer level, where you can get some books that you want. You can sit down at a table. It looks over at the council room, which just looks awesome. And the entire thing looks great here. You've even got a chalkboard to write stuff down on. And just a great overview of the entire council room. So this entire area just looks awesome. Let's head around here. This will take us back down. This takes us into those corridor areas back here. And then let's head down this hallway and out around. This takes us back behind the council room. And if we head up here, even, this is the door that we saw earlier. This one corner. So this just guides us along the outside. It's like a little, just a background hallway that leads us around the council room for getting around to the other side. So we continue following this around. This leads us back to the other side. And back to where we started, back to where we came in. Alright, but if we head back up here, there is still one more area that we can go to that I haven't checked out yet. And that's this area along the side. So we see it has a bit of a different theme. We've got the sandstone blocks in the ground. Instead of the wall blocks, you got the iron bars over here. And if we take a look, this is kind of a different sort of area from the kind of the library area we were at over there. So over here we got some nice tables set up. We got some chairs. And we've got a few more bookshelves and everything. But this is kind of an isolated area. I love even the detail in the couch. The banners make almost like little pillows there. That's awesome. But there is something else that we can do up here. So I'm going to mess around with some of these levers. See if we can get something to happen. Oh, and look at that. So we can actually drop this down like a little area that leads off to the side. I think this next one, as you can see, it closes it off on that side too. So we can actually isolate this entire room. With those two levers, we can actually close off this room from the rest of the council room. So I don't know, if you wanted to throw like a party up here, get a bunch of friends, make a lot of loud noise and everything, you can actually shut these barriers down, these glass blocks, lock yourself in, have a great time, and I imagine it would not annoy anybody else who's trying to study in the library over there, or fly the TARDIS or anything like that. So you can actually close yourself off in this room, which is really cool. And we just got that nice little animated effect that you can see as that raises back up. And we got the one on the side there. So it lifts up, it comes back down. That's really cool to see in here. Just a nice detail that we can have. Alright, so let's head in the back here. And there's another area over here. And this looks like the official library. So this is even more books, more bookshelves. This is huge. And it leads in the circle around so we can see the rest of the library back here. Over here we have a TARDIS monitor and another untempered schism showing us another region of the time vortex that we can look at. We've got some control blocks over here. This all looks really cool. Let's head down this staircase. This takes us down to the lower level, or the middle level, I should say, where we've got even more bookshelves, more chairs and everything. And you can see how that looks from below, just even the design on the roof and everything. And then if we just continue heading all the way down, this will take us to the bottom level, where we've even got a swimming pool. What library would be complete without a swimming pool, right? So that is awesome. And we've got some monitors, some more chairs, get the gramophone down here, jukebox, so that is just great. This is the kind of the main library, but we've got a whole bunch of books in the council room too. So I love that design, I love the way this looks. And let's just head back up and check out another room. Alright, so if we continue heading up these stairs, this will take us up to this door, and if we go in here, we enter what looks like is supposed to be the bedroom. So this is a great bedroom. We continue with the wood theme here, but as you can see, a lot of paintings, a lot of designs here. We've even got an oversized gigantic bed that we can bounce on if we want to, but we can actually sleep on that. We got armor stands, paintings, we've got a little desk here that we can sit at. A lot of chests for putting your favorite things in. And even a little staircase area that leads up to a secondary layer up here, where we can overlook the rest of the bedroom, and then we have this other area that's kind of set away. More chests to put stuff in, another desk, nice little plant up there. And then if we head back in here, imagine this is supposed to be like either a gigantic walk-in closet maybe, or since we've got these paintings set down, maybe this is just supposed to be kind of like an art area, a gallery where we can look at these Time Lord paintings at whatever we want to look at on here. They don't seem to have anything on them right now, but we could put whatever we want on here, bigger on the inside paintings, and just have a great little art gallery in here. So yeah, that is the bedroom. I guess you would call this the master bedroom, or the doctor bedroom maybe. But that's a great area. I love the way this looks, and as you can see, just lots of detail in here. It looks great. It looks livable. It looks like a place I wouldn't mind sleeping in at all, so that looks awesome. So let's head all the way back down here and continue. So we have got another area all the way in the back. You can see we have these pillar blocks. If we walk on these pressure plates, they open up and they take us into here. So looking around, we have got just kind of a lab area almost, like a workshop or a lab. A lot of TARDIS monitors set up in here. Shulker boxes, brewing stands, all kinds of stuff. You can carry out anything you want here, any kind of science experiments or whatever. You've got them on it. I love the way these blocks look incorporated with the food machines. Looks awesome. And in fact, even I think with update 60, a lot of things could be added in here, like the computers and the server blocks and that, so I'm sure this could get updated if the builders wanted to, but this looks awesome the way it is. So heading out of here, we can continue heading around. We've got another hallway down here. Stairs take us down, and the entire theme changes as we walk in here. So notice a lot of the details on here. We go for more of a grayer theme with the colored blocks on the side, the stained glass, and we've got lots of hallways that are designed to be added onto. So I'm sure there's a whole bunch of new rooms that could be added to this in the future. So we can just continue walking down here. We got a lot of more hallways, open areas, but as you can see, we've got more that leads down here. And then off to the side, we have this. This is ARS tree room, so I'm sure there's plans for already building something else in there. If we head in here, this looks to me like it's supposed to be a zero room. So this is supposed to be isolated, cut off from everything else. It's used for healing and regenerative properties, so we come in here and can maybe levitate in it. But this is I think this is supposed to be a zero room. That's what it looks like to me anyway. Looks great, incorporates the classic rondos and everything, more of a classic feel to it. And let's just continue heading down these hallways. We've got a bunch of them. And back in here, we head down. The theme changes again, more of a solid gray, and this will take us into a very special part of the TARDIS. So heading down these hallways here, this takes us into the Cloister bell room, along with the Eye of Harmony. So let's head into the back. We've got kind of these cloisters off to the side, as you can see. Don't think these pressure plates do anything. And then heading back here, okay, I love this. Look at the magma blocks and everything. The design with that on the outside. It's like there's a lot of power that's trying to be contained in this room here. And here is the Cloister bell. So look at this gigantic thing. We incorporate the Dalekania blocks with the gold blocks. It just gives it a nice kind of brassy looking design. It looks awesome. And we've got this whole platformer on the outside that we can look around the bell and everything. And this is just great. We got the lights here, the glowstone and the magma blocks combined with the orange and red stained glass. Looks awesome to the outside. Just again, loving the details in here, and just both sides. You can look at the cloister bell and come up here. And yeah, this is where the cloister bell rings inside of the TARDIS. So this is the cloister bell room. And over here, we have got the Eye of Harmony. So if we walk up, we can actually look over the Eye of Harmony. We can see it down there, that dying star, or the star that's being contained inside of there, that massive power that drives the TARDIS. And it's partway open, and there's even designs and plans for actually building this so that you can actually have it completely closed and then flick a lever or something like that and have open it back up so that you can look inside completely. So that stage has not been completed yet, but it's being worked on, and that's a planned addition for the future. So that is awesome, and it looks great the way it is. And yeah, you can just see that star has been built in there, and it looks so cool. So again, yeah, Cloister Bell Room, Eye of Harmony. We've got even this control panel here for operating the Eye of Harmony, I think, for opening and closing it. And you can see all the detail that went into this. Just so awesome. The Cloister Room area in here. Alright, let us head back out. Let's head back up here. And we have this area that looks like a dead end. However, if we look up, this took me a while to find actually. We have this secret button hidden up here on this clockwork block. Let's push that. And those doors open in a really cool kind of way. Let's see if we can catch that again. Let's close them down. You push the button again, they close, and then you push it and they open. And it opens in sections like that. That is really cool to get it to do that. And in here we have the secondary console that we could see from above. So there's the primary console room up there. We can kind of see it through the glass blocks that were in the floor. Now it's the ceiling for us, and we are in the secondary console room. So this continues kind of the aesthetic of these hallways out here with the gray and the glass blocks. So kind of changing up the theme a little bit. A lot of chairs on the outside, monitors, a whole bunch of control panels, and that everything you need to do to fly the TARDIS from this secondary position. We've even got a sonic screwdriver here with a second Dr. Sonic in it. You want me to love your TARDIS? Put one of these in there. And I will automatically love it. Love the second Doctor. Love that sonic screwdriver anyway. And yeah, just a lot of cool stuff there. I mean, look at this. We have floating anvils. That defies the laws of Minecraft physics. How there isn't much physics to Minecraft as it is, but we have floating anvils. So we got that around here. So even that looks really cool. That's a very unique thing to see. Alright, so if we head out of that console room, let's close those doors again. You can see the cool way that they open and close. Let's head out of these hallways. Alright, so heading outside, actually if we head out here, we can get a very good look at the Eye of Harmony from the outside. As you can see, the entire thing has been built. Take a look at all the detail that went into that, the glass blocks, the lava and everything. That just looks really cool, so I want to show that off really quickly. As you can see, we can look into it from up above, but the entire thing is there. And we can actually get a pretty good look at it through some of these openings in the hallways. So that just looks awesome. Alright, let's head back up here. And I believe if we head back down this kind of corridor that runs through the back here that we've already been down. Let's keep going. The only thing left to do is to head in the back here. And this is another kind of corridor that wraps around the outside of the council room. And if we head down, run all the way around, kind of like a little background way of getting across the corridor area without being, or the council room without being seen. And that takes us into here. So if we if we head up this staircase, this will take us back up to that balcony that we were at earlier. That overlooks the council room. So there's a faster way of getting down here to this area of the TARDIS. And if we head back in here, as you can see, we have another theme change. This takes us into some of these more Dalek City blocks, I believe. Yep. And let's head through these classic doors back here. If we head through them, we have a classic council room. This is very first Doctor inspired, with just a few changes, of course. We got another jukebox here. We've got the bookshelves and everything. This is supposed to kind of look like the vault locator, I think, which looks nice. And of course, a very classic design TARDIS with all of the panels included on it. We've got even the doors here, another set of doors that we can use. So we can use this as a secondary console if we want to. Not sure why the soda isn't working, but yeah, but that, as you can see, we kind of can see the lab that we were in when we first entered. So in fact, we can use that as a way of getting out, and we can just fly the TARDIS from here. So another council room that we can use. Just looks really great. I love the classic feel to it. And even the addition of things, newer blocks, like these lights on the side here, they look really cool. So it's a nice, cool little addition. We've even got the food machine here from the first Doctor. So that looks great. That's a nice little secondary council room off to the side here. And then, if we keep heading back to the front, this will take us where we started. Now, take a look at this. We've got another one of those doors that open up, and that's really cool because we have a 3x3 door, but it entirely opens up on its own by pistons. Personally, I'd have probably cheated with redstone and the fill command or something like that, but no, this person actually put in all the work to get the doors to work properly with redstone and pistons, and it looks awesome. And in fact, we can open and close these doors. I can't get the buttons to work. There we go. We can open and close these doors from either side. So we can open it there, close it there, or just open and close it from the one side. So that requires a pretty interesting bit of redstone to actually work to wire it, so it doesn't matter what button you push. If it's closed, pushing either button will open it, and if it's open, pushing either button will close it. So that's just... Even I'm not quite sure how to get the redstone to work on this, but it's a pretty complicated system, and it just looks awesome, and it makes that really cool looking door. And as you can see, this takes us back to where we started. So these are the main doors that we came in by. This is the opening hallway, and back through here will lead us into the primary council room. Okay guys, so this was the TARDIS made by Gallifrey14 and JWBstuhr. This is a really awesome TARDIS, as you can see, and I was really happy to be able to review this. This thing just is gigantic. It looks awesome. There's a lot of detail in here. I love the designs, and I love the unique inclusions of things like that statue that you can see behind me. Just so many awesome things are done in here. This is a really cool TARDIS. I absolutely loved being able to review it. If you guys want to comment down in the comment section below, letting us and everybody else know what you thought of this TARDIS, that would be awesome. And if you guys have a custom TARDIS of your own that you would like to submit for a TARDIS tour, don't hesitate to email me, and I will take a look at it for you. So this was really fun to be able to do another TARDIS tour episode. It's been so long since I've done one, and it's just awesome to see other TARDISes like this. And now that I'm wrapping up, I just remembered, as you can see, the lights on the very top behind me and on the sides, those actually do light up. And lights will kind of work in a pattern that goes around in a circle. I tried activating the system, but it put so much lag on my computer that I just couldn't show it off in the video, I'm afraid. But that is another system that I forgot to emphasize, is that those lights do light up and kind of spin around. So that is another awesome feature. But again, love this TARDIS, love all the details. I love the way this looks, and it was awesome to be able to review it. So thank you guys for watching this video. Everybody have a great day. I'll see you all in the next video, so goodbye for now, everybody.